everybody. I hope you're doing great. Chris here, and we're going to go over 3 things that might be killing your strumming in flamenco and Spanish guitar. We're going to go over those 3, and then I'm going to give you an exercise, so stick around. The first thing that we have to do before we go into anything is figure out how to do what we call in flamenco, we call this tapado, which is the muted strings. So a lot of people, when they do this, your fret hand, when you first try this, they'll push down and the little fingers starting, hey, that sounded kind of like a funky James Brown kind of thing. Yeah. All right. Anyway, so you'll start pushing down here. Basically, there's no pressure. If you can watch my hand, there's no pressure. The strings don't depress at all. I just lay them, and I call it like laying your fingers like a cloth across the strings. So that's the first thing. You got to get that. It's difficult at first. If you've never done that before, just recognize that our hands want to do the same thing. So if you're focusing on this hand and you're tense, this is going to want to be tense too. So it takes a while just to relax that. If you're having tons of trouble, just put an actual cloth over the fretboard. All right, so get that. Because number 1, we need our strum to sound like a singular entity. What do I mean by that? Is that we don't want any sweeping. No sweeping, okay? It's got to sound. All right. So first of all, let me just talk about the strum I'm doing. I'm going down with these 3 fingers and then up with the thumb. It's pretty standard in flamenco. Now it doesn't have to be the 3 together. It could be just 1. It could be another 2. But usually it's some either singular finger or multiple fingers unified, and then up with the thumb. So that's the strum that we're doing today, okay? So no matter what strum you're doing, we're focusing on this one today. In this tutorial, no matter which one you're doing, you got to make it sound like a singular thing. Okay. So when I have, it's a quickness thing. When I have students going through this and I'm showing them that they can't be sweeping the strings like that, or they'll say, it just doesn't sound right. I show them this, that you got to go fast through the strings. And inevitably, they'll start going in. And they'll still be sweeping. I can't quite do it. They'll still be sweeping, but they're just going faster and still not doing the technique. It's not about the tempo, meaning like the pulse. If I'm going click, 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 click. If I go slower, click, 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 click. So it's about the quickness. Okay? It's the quickness to the clickness. There you go. That's as fancy as I get, okay? So the quickness to the clickness. Just said that for the first time today. Okay, so that's number 1. You gotta make it sound as if it's one thing. No sweeping, okay? In any of your rasgueado or strumming that you do in flamenco, okay? There is a time for that, but we gotta get it so that it sounds like a singular entity, okay? All right, number 2 is easy. This is actually just so you can let it go. Inherently, the strings on the guitar, low strings up towards the ceiling, high strings in pitch are down towards the floor, okay? So no matter what, a down strum and an up strum will always sound different because you go through the strings differently. The low strings end up going first on a down strum, the high strings end up going first on the up strum. Anyway, so they sound different. Plus our hand, we have gravity on the way down, we got no gravity on the way up. And then there's other factors too. But those 2, hopefully this will convince you that the up strum should not sound exactly like a down strum. It cannot. It's impossible. Okay? So with that, I would propose to you that I have a lot of beginning guitar students that ask about the up strum. The up strum I can't get to sound like the down strum, and I can't get all the strings. That's where it's like, for me, the red flag. I can't get all the strings. I'm like, aha. You don't have to get all the strings on the up strum. Don't worry about all the strings on the up strum. There you go. You can just let it go. Eventually, if you want to get there, yes, go ahead and work on getting all the strings. But for now, just get some of the strings on the up. That's it. Makes it easier. Just let that go. Let that goal go for a while. Get the strum sounding good. I'm really on that. I'm hitting mostly all 6. And then on the up, I'm hitting about 4. It sounds good. To me, it does. Ultimately, you have to be living with your own guitar playing the most. You have to be happy with it. So if you are not happy without getting all the strings, then by all means do that. I just know that it's really, really difficult to do, and a lot of people will go down that rabbit trail and they'll get stuck there because they can never quite get it. So just don't worry about it. Get the strum sounding good, and then if you need to, like, we'll go over other stuff in just a couple minutes. Number 3. Number 3. All right. So number 3, the down strum. The down strum, we want to hit all the strings of the chord. So right now, what I would focus on is a 4-string chord, a 5-string chord, and a 6-string chord. So if I'm going down with these fingers, I want to be able to have enough accuracy with my strumming hand that I can hit just from the 4th string, just from the 5th string, and all 6. All 6 is easy. Okay? So right now, if you are brand new, this is your first time trying to do flamenco strumming or this kind of technique, just strum them all. Don't worry about the accuracy yet. Just get quick, singular. Eventually, as you get that more functionalized, you'll be able to start aiming better. So just in case you didn't know this, chords have a certain number of strings in them. If you play a C major chord, let's play an A major chord. I haven't even tuned this guitar. I thought it was going to be all Tapado. Anyway, if you have this A major chord, an A major chord is a 5-string chord, meaning you only play from the 5th string, the A string, and then every successive higher string. If you play the 6th string along with that A chord, it's now an A/E. Because we want the E in the bass. So if you're really playing an A and you specifically want that A, you really need to work on your aim, your accuracy with your down strum so that you go from that 5th string and you don't hear this. You hear how that muddies it up? All right, so that was the 3 things that could be messing with your strumming and why you're not sounding great. There's plenty of other things, but that's a great place to start. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Let's go over an exercise here. Hopefully you have a metronome around. I do not. It's over there, and I'm not going to get up while we're doing this, and I don't edit my videos. All right, so we're going to pretend the metronome is going on, and we're going to pretend it's at 60 beats per minute, okay? So we're going to go click, 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 okay? We're going to go to 4, okay? You're going to do 4 downs with that, which would be quarter notes. And then you're going to do down ups for another 4. So click, 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 click. Now down up, now click, 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 click. Loop it. Click, 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 and click. Idea, hopefully. So once you can get that at 60 beats per minute, where you alternate between a quarter note or 4 beats, 1 measure of quarter notes, 4 beats, 1 measure of 8th notes with a down, up, then start speeding it up and slowing it down. Just stay with those. If you get really good at it, then come back. We'll have other challenges for you. All right. So speaking of other challenges, I have a whole downloadable daily dozen exercises for the daily dozen techniques that you should be practicing. That took longer to say that than it should have. Anyway, I would highly recommend that all of you download that. It's a free PDF. Go get it. The link is in the description or somewhere up here. The next thing is, if you're still here, I would highly recommend, if you got this and put in the work for this, the next thing would be to learn the rumba strum. And I have a video somewhere, again, link for sure in the description. Hopefully I'll figure it out up here. And that's it. Thanks a lot. Let me know if you have any questions. That's what the comment section is for. And I appreciate you joining me for this lesson. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Have a great day. Good luck with your guitar. All right. Bye-bye.